Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. I almost said XCOM 2, even though I haven't played that in a couple of days. Also, I'm on the wrong save file. So hold on, we need to go save slot B, please. 277 is not my hegemony count. My hegemony count, ignore all this, by the way, is actually, yeah, that's a little bit closer. 1124. How many of these boys are we having to hunt here? Four shambling rounds? Really? I could have sworn we were at like 7. What happened? I guess I just wasn't paying attention to the game. I blinked and all of a sudden we killed like 3 shambling rounds last run. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. What do we have? Space Friend and the Siren. Dude, I'm way happy. Space Friend is a great item to have. Siren is a great shotgun to have. Space Friend, just don't accidentally break an explosive barrel that's in my face, getting me killed, and I'll be happy. Also, I would appreciate it, first of all, yoink. I would appreciate it, Space Friend, if you also wouldn't shoot as soon as I open a door, which prevents you from firing for a second. Otherwise, you know, you're a little bit of damage, your protection from getting killed by a blob, you kill some bullets. And now if I get Alien Engine, I'm gonna be extremely happy. Because doesn't Alien Engine synergize with this guy to make him fire like 4 times as fast or something? Doesn't it also make Alien Engine fire Zorgun bullets? Which I know sounds a little weird, but I think that might be the case. I don't think you have to have Zorgun for it. I think it's a synergy with this guy. Or is it Contrail synergy, which makes it so that you have a mutated Alien Engine gun? Look, I don't freaking remember, okay? I just play the game. I don't remember everything about it all the time. Sometimes I remember several things. Anyways, I said ignore the thing in the corner of the screen. Don't worry about it. Well, let me just say, I've made the decision to update my own mod that I've been playing with. I've been playing with the old one for like, I don't know, a year at this point. But I've been slowly, occasionally working on like a new version of it. And so I decided to update it. And so that's just text. It's just, don't worry about it. It's just debugging stuff. Honestly, nothing should change. That's the weird thing. I've been spending all this time like updating my own modding code. And in the end, what is going to be different about this run versus any of the other runs? Pretty much nothing. I fixed like 2 items that are bugged. And then refactored, you know, probably like 10,000 lines of code or something like that. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. If anything warrants a discussion, I'll bring it up. Expect actually maybe a little bit of Gungeon mechanic discussion in this video, along with, I don't know, gaming news. Hey, did you hear about that Super Mario Brothers movie? Oh my God. Do you think Mario is gonna save the Toadstool Kingdom? Is it the Toadstool Kingdom or the Mushroom Kingdom? What's the difference between kingdoms in the Mario universe? That's something that I've never understood. How come you have Princess Peach and Princess Toadstool? What's the difference? I'm sorry, I never read the attached comic adaptation. I don't understand the you know, nomenclature and the actual like, I don't know, biologies of these people. Like, are you actually made out of mushrooms? Zegas Jr. says, Chris Pratt will. I saw the trailer for the Super Mario movie, and I've gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in a couple of things. I don't really have much stake in this, you know? It's not really something that I don't stay awake all night thinking about the Super Mario Brothers movie, the old one or the new one. But I've gotta say, it just looks like any Mario game, but made into a movie, which sounds a little lazy. You know, the movie opens up and there's a Bowser and there's you know, a bunch of Koopas fighting for him, and then there's a Mario, and then there's a bunch of mushrooms in a idyllic, you know, village, and you're like, ah, so it's a Mario game, but I don't get to play it. I don't know, it just seems like it's a little lacking. I would like to play my Mario games, not, you know, spend the same amount of money just to watch them on a bigger screen. Although if you've never played a game in a movie theater on a projector, you're missing out. It's a lot of fun. Ooh. What is this synergy? It is light gun. Peripheral vision. Is this the one that makes it so that dogs come out and bite things? Oh, I can never remember. Lament Configurum 45. Since I bought the key, I can no longer afford a Lament Configurum, but you know what? That's okay. We don't have to have a cursed run this run. We can just go, you know, down to the oubliette. Art of Bobrich says, Toadstool versus Peach was just a localization thing. Really? I thought they were separate people. Like literally, because here's the thing. How is that a localization thing? One of them is named after a fruit, one of them is named after a fungus. Clearly, they're different people. You know, if it was Princess Peach versus Princess Pear, you know, maybe I could understand that a little bit more. You're telling me that it's the same person? I don't believe you. I'm gonna call it. I don't believe you. That doesn't make sense to me. You've broken my my perceptions. You've broken me. You've done it. Mario Wiki / Princess Peach. Nintendo America didn't think Peach fit the mushroom theme. So okay, well, okay, here, I'm gonna call it. I don't have time to alt-tab and read it, so you're gonna have to read it for me, okay? But why is she referred to as different things in the English nomenclature? Like I don't play Japanese versions of Mario games and then read the translation as Princess Peach, you know? I mean, what is it? It's in Mario 64, doesn't she say Peach? Like she says Peach, right? So she's saying her real name in the opening letter. Yeah, it is Dog Gun. But her real name is Toadstool? Is that... I'm confused. I'm just confused, man. Nothing makes sense anymore, man. Also, Dare Nunu, welcome. How you doing today? They backpedaled later and made her name Peach Toadstool. Okay, so it's the same person previously referred to as two different people, but then, okay. They just changed her name so that she's one person. Have you ever seen Princess Peach and Princess Toadstool in the same room together? Okay, I get it. So her real name is Peach Toadstool. Her canonical backwards compatible name is Peach Toadstool. Okay. I mean, honestly, that answers so many questions. Because I always thought that she was this different people. And then you've also got a freaking Princess Daisy over here too. Like, who the heck is Daisy? Now, admittedly, I know that Daisy's another person because, you know, have you ever seen Daisy and Peach in the same match of Smash? Yes. Ergo, they're two different people, but I guess I still don't know what the hell her deal is. Was she like a deposed ruler? Does she also rule a different kingdom, or do they fight over territory? Like monarchies do, yeah. Like, what is Daisy the princess of all the damn like piranha plants? Peach gets the funguses, Daisy gets the plants. But isn't a fungus a plant? No. Not when the funguses are made out of people, rather, the people are made out of funguses. Maybe that's the deal. I have 2 keys. Why don't I go and... I'm gonna open up the blue... No, I'm gonna open up the brown chest. If it gives us a key, we can open up everything. Okay, well it didn't, but you know, the gun's not that bad. She is from Sarasalan, Super Mario Land. There's also Rosalina. Yeah, but Rosalina is like queen of fucking space. Language, pardon me. I've been very like casually speaking lately, and I gotta get used to my, you know, announcer voice. In this corner, Blobulord! Dude, YouTube loves Blobulord. Every time I go to put a thumbnail on a video, it's always the default thumbnail is Blobulord. It's something about this screen the game just loves. Or rather, YouTube just loves about the game. It loves Blobulord. Maybe it's got a thing for monarchies. It's gonna love this episode then. The automatic English sub or closed caption generator. I was gonna say subs, but it's not a sub. It's not a dub, it's sub. It's an automatic sub generator though. It's gonna love this episode. I love the king and country. It's king because it's Blobulord, not Blobu lady. Backup gun. Backup gun is pretty freaking good. YouTube loves Big Chungus Ooze Ruler. Connie says, I'm gonna guess that it's the red. I think it's the red, but I actually think what it is roughly 15% of the way through the video, there's a large kind of solid freeze frame. And there's something about the timing and the fact that you walk into the room and it's like just a solid screen. I think that's what it likes. Because it does the same thing with Nuclear Throne. It loves Big Bandit. Every Nuclear Throne default thumbnail is just Big Bandit. Not Big Dog, not Little Hunter, Big Bandit. I've actually recognized the names and said it correctly for once. I think it has more to do with time. Like at 10% through the video or 15% through the video, it just loves it. Oh, we got a map. Did it not pick up the map? It didn't give me a coin? Is there no secret room? Did I screw up somehow picking up the map? I don't think so. I think there's just no secret room. I thought it went clunk when you picked up a map. Maybe not. That was weird. Let's get out of here. I'm done. I like the guns that we have. For the most part. Stormworm says, Super Mario lore is more complex than I thought. Right, and I was gonna talk about Rosalina, who's like the queen of space. She has a giant Mario-shaped spaceship. Why? I never knew that. I never understood why she had a giant Mario-shaped spaceship. Like, is she just a fan? Mario, I love the work that you've done in the Toadstool Kingdom. Oh, thank you, Rosalina. I've made a ship in your honor. Oh, thank you. It's my ship. It's just shaped like your head. Oh, well, that's a little creepy. Oh yeah, and the other thing I was gonna bring up is, even though I do a very poor Mario voice, I really don't think Chris Pratt really fits the bill for a Mario. I was expecting a little bit more of an Italian plumber. Instead I got, hey, I'm walking in. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. It just sounds like a guy. Mario's not a guy. He's a freaking superhero of the Super Mario Land universe. You know what would have been fun? Too much Bowser, bring back Wario. Let's have a film where Mario has to save the kingdom from flippin' Wario. Meh. Waluigi. Like Wario is like a, we could turn it into like a classic trope of like the king's advisor gone rogue. You know, Wario could be the advisor to Princess Peach, and then he's like taken over the castle, and Princess Peach is like, he's stolen everything from me. Wah. That sounds good. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. Charles Martinet got robbed, says Barta Bobrich. Is that the guy who originally voiced Mario? I think that might be the case. I think people would have loved to have had him do a Mario. I think I think they just wanted to get a name brand actor though. You know, who's popular these days? Chris Pratt? Oh, we'll have him do it. You know, this does not give you bloop. It just gets picked up and gives you this, but I tabbed too quickly so I didn't get the map icon up here on my screen. That would explain it. Stormworm says, I have never played the Paper Mario games. I have never played any of them, but I've got a friend who loves Paper Mario. I'm sure I've got several friends who love Paper Mario, but one who's actually, like, I know has played the game and has been like, yeah, I love Paper Mario. Barta Bobrich says, he's 92, he does all 4-lettered Italians. Mario is 5 letters, though. Is there 4-lettered Italian? Probably somewhere. See, Mario, Luigi, nope. Waluigi, nope. Wario, nope. There's ammo! Ah, I didn't look. MLW and upside down L. Why can't it be an upside down M though? Or an upside down 7? You're immune to flare gun, aren't you? You're not immune to chickens, though. Man, you know what would be nice? Having a little bit of ammo right now. You're immune to flare gun, weirdly enough. You're also immune to flame hand, and I believe, actually no, you're immune to pitchfork. I don't think you're immune to flame hand because I think it's physical damage, not fire damage. ML Burke, welcome. Darnunu, hello. Darnunu says, I'm on vacation until the 20th of September. This place has no insulation on the windows and doors. Ants can freely enter and leave. Well, sucks to be you then. I don't want the rat key. I kind of just want a Cinergrace chest, even though I don't know what we're gonna get out of it. Charles Martinet, only really famous for being Mario, but if you watch the Michael Douglas movie The Game, he's in it as Douglas's father. Really? I didn't know that. That's cool. I like the movie, actually. What is it? I got drugged and left for dead in Mexico, and all I got out of it was this stupid t-shirt. Something like that. That's a good movie. Wow, I have no keys, huh? Well, I mean, you got the turtle, you got the key. I think we'll go turtle key instead of worrying about anything else on this floor. And you know what? Accuracy upgrade makes this a good weapon. Excuse me, Emil Burke, welcome, says, I haven't been on Twitch desktop in a minute. You can pay $100 to have your message elevated for 2.5 minutes. I don't know what that means, but please do it. I hope I get some of the money from it. Does it go to the streamer? If so, oh, well, if you want Twitch to actually read, or sorry, if you want Abe to actually read your message, pay Twitch $100. Just don't expect me to read any message on Facebook, even if you pay to broadcast that one. Anyways, yeah, Mario. Mario. I don't know. just seems weird. It just seems weird that the Mario film is just like a copy and paste video game script. And that I think is so weird about it, because normally your games into films have weird plots to make it into a film. This one doesn't seem like it has that. It's just like, maybe it's because it's animated like a game, like a cutscene from a Mario game. If you saw a screenshot of the film, you'd think, oh, is this the new Mario game? Maybe that's why it just seems so weird. I'm used to the original Super Mario Brothers movie, the live action one with "It's a bomb." I don't know. I don't get it. I'm confused myself. Junk. Next time, use a key. But Burke says it's a 70-30 split. Oh, hell yeah. Barda Bobrich says, has anyone watched the Super Mario show? I have not. Robbed plus cleansed. We lost like 2 cents and lost no curse. Because you know what? It probably takes money proportion to your curse. Well, because maybe not, because it's robbed as the payment. It's not a scaling payment. So we lost no money and we got no value. That's what I think happened. All right, I'll accept it. One day I'll get the 1 in 1,000 chance that shrine explodes and ruins my run. It'll be great. Well, if we're on a bit of a video game talk, how about that Overwatch 2 launch, huh? Anyone like Overwatch in chat? I've not played a lot of class-based shooters. I'm just bad at them, honestly. I'm more of a Gungeon guy. You can give me some FTL into the breach. Slay the Spire, Monster Train, XCOM 2, Hollow Knight. What other games have I played? There's a bunch, probably. Haven't played, like, virtually any Overwatch. Now, I have to admit, okay? Part of the reason I never played Overwatch is because Overwatch was a paid game. Like, you paid $40 for Overwatch. But it was yours forever. You know, you got all the content, all the new characters, all the maps, you know, there was nothing locked behind paywalls or anything like that. If it was free to play, I might have played it, but I probably wouldn't have played it for long. I would have played it for a little while just to have fun with it and then move it on to something else, because I'm not a class-based shooter player. But I'm very interested in the Overwatch 2 launch. For anyone not in the know, Overwatch 2 is not really a sequel. What it is they turned the game into free-to-play. So it's not a $40 game anymore, it is free to play, and then you get access over time to all this other stuff. If you own Overwatch 1, you get everything for free. But it's got microtransactions, it's got skins, it's got not loot boxes, but season passes. And I gotta admit, I'm very disappointed. I looked it up, and well, first of all, it launched the other day, and it had a bit of a rocky launch. Not only were there server problems, you would expect that in the year, 2022, these companies would realize, hey, we need to make sure our servers properly scale. No. So many people couldn't play the game on release. And then also, in order to sign up for Overwatch 2, like in order to play it, you have to have a phone. You have to give them a phone number, and they always say that this is for preventing people from avoiding bans or, whatever they do. But apparently, if you had some particular types of phones, you couldn't use their system. Like if you had a prepaid phone, it wouldn't work at all. So a lot of people who had Mint Mobile, or there were a couple of other types of phone companies who have monthly payments for phones instead of a yearly contract that just didn't work with the system at all. But you could spend $1 to get a new phone number from an online source and then just use that. Like there's, you know, systems in place. Like I don't know if it would work for Skype because you can get a phone number from Skype, but you could just pay $1 to get a phone number that you could use to sign up for your Overwatch 2 account, which to me is very interesting because they're literally just punishing legitimate players at this point. Like you can't even say that their system works at preventing people from creating multiple accounts or whatnot. Like you just can't do that. People will find a way to get around whatever systems you have in place, and if it costs them $1, you know, that's meaningless to them. If they're streamers and they're creating multiple accounts, what do they care? If they're scammers or spammers or anything like that, $1 is meaningless. So on its own, I think it's just pointless, but also terrible. You know, it is something that really just punishes legitimate players, which, you know, it's an online only game pretty much. So it's not like they're gonna push people to pirate it, but this is something that would push people to pirate games if this was something that happened on a, you know, offline service. Which is just flippin' weird. But also, I find it particularly interesting that Overwatch 2 is so bloody expensive. Yeah, it's free to play, but like individual skins are like $20. It's moved to a season pass as opposed to loot boxes, but really that's just a way to, here's my opinion on season passes. People don't like loot boxes because they're too akin to gambling. Okay, we'll just make season passes instead. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, except it might even be a little bit worse. Well, probably not from a moral perspective, but it just incentivizes addiction. You know, the progress bar of seeing, oh, well, if I play 6 more hours today, I can unlock the next level of my season pass. I looked it up, and in order to unlock like a character, no, like the season pass character, what was it? Hardcore players could unlock the character within weeks of play. Casual players might take 2 to 3 months to unlock a character in a season pass that you paid for. It's just ridiculous. It's like, what, does Blizzard want players to feel a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking another character? Like, they really, what I don't like about these things is that it's really just saying, do you want the content that we're making for our game? Play only our game forever? Really thought I would dodge that. And then you might have enough time in order to unlock it. It's just flippin'. I dislike this type of unlocks and mechanisms and content. Like, either charge for it or don't, but stop pretending that people can unlock it for free when really what they're doing is having to no-life the game 8 hours a day for a month in order to actually get the content that you say is quote-unquote actually free. Like, you gotta think about it, that these companies are looking to make a profit. They're not going to switch to a battle pass model if it's not more profitable for them to do so. There's a reason why they're doing it. In my head, all of this argumentation sounded better in the shower this morning when I'm like, okay, what am I gonna talk about on today's stream? I can talk about Overwatch, and then I went through the dialogue in my head and I was very articulate about it, and now I just feel like I'm just spouting nonsense into the microphone, but I'm playing the game and reading chat at the same time. I gotta take that into account when I'm in the shower in the morning, trying to think about, my commentary for the day. What am I gonna talk about today? I imagine myself sitting at the desk with like a monocle and a pipe. Oh yes, well, when we were discussing monetization in video games and the transactions, we must first remember the Webster and Merriam definition for gambling. Overwatch 1 was weird because it launched without microtransactions that you needed. Like, you would get the characters. The only thing that you would microtransaction for is skins. And then, of course, by going free to play, they're now locking characters behind the paywall. I don't think they're gonna do like a rotation of characters. I think it's just you gotta pay for the new characters as they show up. I don't know what happens after their season. Will people get the characters unlocked by default at that point, or will they still have to pay for them? If you still have to pay for the characters, then that is... It's gonna mean that in the future... Why am I not picking this up? In the future, people will be not incentivized to pick up a game that's already been out for a while. You know, if you have to pay or grind to unlock characters in a free-to-play game that's been out for a year, people might not do that. So I think they are kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit, locking characters behind paywalls. It's one thing if it's just cosmetics. Oh, you don't have the victory screen animation of Zenyatta giving you the middle finger. What is it in Rainbow Six Siege? You don't have the victory animation that makes the screen go all noir because you're playing as Tachanka and he's got the like Russian costume on. Whatever, you know, who cares? It doesn't change the way the game is played. But when you start locking characters behind paywalls, it's like, okay, well, and especially in a game like Overwatch that incentivizes changing characters. Oh, they took Junkrat. I don't have, I don't have Ice Lady unlocked. Oh, I can't counter Junkrat. Oh, well, I guess we're gonna lose, guys. Sorry. What? You're a free-to-play player? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have him unlocked. Someone who couldn't get their phone working with Overwatch 2 because they had a pay-as-you-go phone and not a phone contract. They said, I've never before been embarrassed about my phone or like the fact that I'm poor and I can't afford a contract or I don't want a contract. It's kind of what happens when you lock characters behind a paywall though. You know, people are gonna... The tryhards amongst you, I hope you don't exist, but you probably do, some of you, will at some point say, oh, you don't have this person unlocked? You free-to-play scum. Connie says that's why I've always liked Dota 2 the most out of MOBAs. My understanding is that Dota does not have characters locked, correct? It's just skins. Which, if you're gonna have a free-to-play game with supported by microtransactions, they should not lock mechanic content behind paywalls. I should open up a chest. But I just really dislike the idea of having to, like, oh, you want to play all of the stuff in Overwatch? Oh, it's a free-to-play game, you don't want to spend money on it? You don't want to buy, you know, $100 worth of characters every 2 months for each season? Oh, well, just no life the game 8 hours a day for those 2 months, and then you can afford it all for free. Like, at that point, my time is worth money. Just let me buy them. Like, let me buy the game for 30 bucks. You can unlock what it is. Here's my understanding of it, and you know, I just did a 5-minute Google search 10 minutes ago. My understanding is that the season pass in Overwatch costs 1,000 coins. 1,000 coins is $10. You can pay to instantly unlock the season pass ranks for 16,000 coins. So if you pay $200, you can unlock everything. I think that's what it is. Something to that effect, and at that point you're just like, ah, okay, you actually don't care about your game, you just want to try to get as much money out of people, you know? Ah, it's Blizzard. You know, they've kind of gone a little bit downhill recently. Seems to be just another rung in the ladder that they're, I was gonna say climbing, but they're dropping, but they're not really dropping. One more rung in the fire pole. You know what I'm talking about. They're going down, down, deep underground. What do I want? What do I want? What do I really, really want? I don't want anything from this shop, so I'm going to leave. Lowering into hell! Yeah. Gladair says, back when I started playing Overwatch, we had to pay for all the characters in the form of a one-time purchase. I would prefer that. But I think it's interesting. I hate Fortnite for this, because Fortnite proved that this type of thing is not only profitable, but like sustainable. Like they have sustained growth of, instead of having loot boxes, you have season passes, and that's enough on its own to allow you to just keep releasing content over and over again, month after month, year after year, create new skins, and then just put it into a season pass, and it's a profitable experience. And then you get around, and the reason why companies are doing this is because it gets around any controversy that exists around gambling. It's the same addiction, but instead of addicted to the random chance, you're addicted to the progress. It's exploiting the same types of vulnerabilities in human behavior, but it's not gambling. So they're bypassing a lot of possible regulations and restrictions. I mean, that's why they're doing it. I will always be reminded, though, of, God dang it. One of my favorite class-based shooter franchises, the one that I actually played. Back when I was your age, when I played video games for fun. Monday Night Combat. They released a sequel. It became Super Monday Night Combat. It became free to play. They locked characters behind a paywall slash, rotation, so you could play them for free, but not all the characters at all times. They didn't understand their player base at all, and the game was essentially dead on release. I've never seen a game go from excited to the sequel to dead on arrival faster than Super Monday Night Combat. You know what? I would say I have, and I would say that the one that I remember is the Culling 2, but I don't think anyone was happy that the Culling 2 was even getting a sequel to begin with, because I think it was still like alpha when they released the Culling 2 or something like that. EduCom, long time no see, but thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you for saying hello. Passing by to say hello, well, hello, drive by hello. And he's gone. I hate backup gun with this gun, says Connie. It's the only annoying thing is that the bullets don't come out of your back, you know, at a set distance. They come out of your front and then just go backwards. Backup gun, though, is totally fine with this gun. It doesn't really change anything. Corpses might bounce into you slightly. I'm okay with it. Oh, I tried to dodge my own bullets, says Connie. Oh, okay, I can see that. I understand. Abe, do you attract mosquitoes, says Dear Nunu. I have no idea what you mean. Something about blood? Blood for the blood god? For the Emperor! But yeah, so to review, they botched the launch because they didn't have appropriate server capacity and they didn't build their servers to scale fast enough. which is basically, you know, par for the course for large companies that think that they don't need to do this kind of stuff. That's why you need to pay your IT development people more money and make sure that they have the resources they need to make sure that your product scales and don't cheap out, which is probably what they did. Because you got to think that they did a cost-benefit analysis of proper scaling support, and they realized it's worth more money to just not worry about that. You know, we'll just say, "Oops," and then fix it later. And also, don't put a block on pay-as-you-go phones or monthly plan phones. My phone, it's not a monthly plan phone, but it is a prepaid phone because I don't use it that often. I don't need unlimited data. So I don't have unlimited data on my phone. I don't need any of that nonsense. But it makes me wonder if I could even play Overwatch. I haven't tried, but could I log into Overwatch and could I actually sign up? Or would I be rejected? Would my phone be like, nah? What's that? Your phone is not AT&T. Well, you can't play this game. That might sound like a joke, but that's almost already happening with the whole, you know, Into the Breach on mobile only available if you have a Netflix account. Just locking it behind arbitrary walls. Oh yeah, Emil Burke, they closed Overwatch 1, which it's not because it's because overall, it's not really Overwatch 2. They just made the game free to play and changed a lot about it. They rebalanced it, they rebuilt it, but it's the same game, just different. Instead of calling it version 2.0, they just called it Overwatch 2. Although I suspect that by doing it the way that they are doing it, they're probably able to get around other restrictions, like, you know, when they sold Overwatch, they sold it with the promise that you're gonna get all the heroes for free, you know? Like, we're not gonna lock things behind paywall transactions. So by calling it Overwatch 2, oh, well, you gotta pay for these heroes because it's a different game. It's the sequel. It's not the same game. You know, if they call it Overwatch 2.0, there's an argument there that, oh, I bought Overwatch, I should get the new characters because I paid for them. I paid for all characters from here until eternity. Oh, this is Overwatch 2. You bought Overwatch 1. So there's a certain, like, suspicion there that, you know, that's probably the reason why they made it Overwatch 2. And then also, right, finally, to reiterate, loot boxes, or sorry, season passes instead of loot boxes for the same exploitative monetization behaviors, but without it being gambling, and hopefully draws less attention to it. Bypasses regulations, stuff like that. So that's probably why they're doing that. I'm not trying to like hate on Overwatch. It's more of a thing where it's like I don't really care. It's an easy thing to hate on, which makes it easy to talk about. If you want an easy thing to hate on, we can talk about Dead Space. I saw that there was a gameplay trailer the other day, and it looked just like Dead Space. Like, it actually looked like it was Dead Space 1. It looked exactly the same. The enemies looked the same. The locations looked the same. I was hoping for a remake instead of a remaster, but a remaster is fine. You know, it is what they promised. Even if it's the same game, it looking better and playing better and being more scary could be a lot of fun. I don't mind it. Though I will say, freaking $60, $70 if you're on a console for a remake of a 13-year-old game is a little much. I would say price point wise, it might be a little on the expensive side. Yeah, I'm trying to put out your fire, mister. because it really is a little on the expensive side. I would say like 40 bucks. But they spent all the effort and money developing the game. Well, yeah, but they didn't, did they? They didn't have to go through iterations of gameplay to try to find something that worked out well. They didn't have to, you know, hire art designers to like make a world, hire writers or anything like that. All this stuff was already done for them. They bypassed a lot of the production costs in making a remake because they already had the game made. They just had to duplicate it. You know, all the research and development costs, those have already been paid. So I do think that it's a little overpriced. But I'll still probably buy it just because I like Dead Space. And I would actually be very interested in comparing and contrasting and having more a further developed opinion on it in the future. Connie says loot boxes are banned in Belgium and Netherlands too. Yeah, that would make sense. Again, that's why it's a battle pass. You know exactly what you're getting, you know exactly when you're gonna get it. There's no gambling at all. It's purely a fiscal exchange. Although it's not purely fiscal because you also have to exchange your time. I think that they prefer season passes as well because it's another way of incentivizing you to constantly be playing. You know, if you just buy loot boxes and you open them, that doesn't incentivize you to continue to play. But if you buy a battle pass, you're incentivized to continue playing because you have to no life the game to actually unlock everything. Not only do you buy the battle pass, you then have to gain experience in your matches in order to unlock the stuff in the battle pass to begin with. This has turned into a very unusual run of Gungeon where I'm just talking about other games and I'm giving you my bad opinions on gaming news. Here's some gaming news that I know everyone can get on board with. Terraria released the Labor of Love update. Which is really just like a minor update that just added a bunch of new stuff and some bug fixes and quality of life stuff. But still, it's another update by the people who have been updating the same game for like 15 bloody years. It's like they like their game or something. I gotta replay Terraria at some point. It'll happen. It'll happen at some point. Terraria, the last update we promise update, says Connie. What is the company name? Begins with a D? Devolver Digital? No. Dvorak? Whatever their name is. Are they going to make another game after Terraria? Like, are they gonna... Because I know that there was rumors of like a Terraria 2, and I think that was canned at some point. Are they gonna make another game? Are they gonna make Relogic? Why do I think it was D something? Maybe it was Re and I said D. Are they gonna make another similar game? Are they gonna make something completely different? Have they been making games? I don't think so, or at least nothing that, you know, has achieved the same popularity as Terraria. Now what are they gonna do? They've been supporting the game for so long. At this point, you know, what's next? Well, is there a key for sale? There is. Okay, I'm gonna go open up that chest and see what we get. Yo, Crescent Crossbow. That's quite good. Quite good indeed. Trying to think. What do I want? I guess I can't really afford anything else. Let's go fight the boss. Break this chest first. All right, it's nothing. All right, let's break the chest, go fight the boss. I like Crescent Crossbow. I just hate that the charge shot uses triple ammo, but it's not that bad. All right. If Connie was having a hard time, you know, if they have a hard time dodging their own bullets when using the recycling gun, this'll freaking blow your minds. I'm actually having a hard time looking at the bullets on the screen. You see this? What's my own bullet? What's an enemy's bullet? I don't know. Well, you're not my bullet. You're a knife bullet. Connie says, my heart, my achy breaky heart. Yo, shoot! Shoot it! Although I will say, Crescent Crossbow being able to kill the dragon on its own is pretty good. Well, minus Super Space Turtle and Space Friend and the chickens and the backup gunshot, but otherwise, it's not bad. What is my best gun for this situation? That would be this one. Although I actually don't even think we're gonna kill the heart in one phase. I think I overvalue Big Iron. I think I do. This damage might not quite be good enough. At least stars are easier to spot than Isaac's red tears that everyone seems to have, including yourself. Ah, the old classic, is this my bullet or the enemy bullet situation in Isaac. Like when you have red bullets with Tiny Planet. It's absolutely mind-bending. Mind freak. I'm gonna go. Could have also like picked up the D-pad and then stolen something from the other shot and then had the D-pad as well, but whatever. Whatever, dude. There's still a floor of game left. Surface tension, welcome, GG. Well, I mean, it's a GG. It's a GG dragon, at least, you know. Good game, good game, good game. Now we're on to the finals. What? Oh, you probably hit the chicken. I feel like sometimes my backup gunshot isn't working right. Like it's not firing a full backup gunshot. Like right there, it didn't fire a full backup gunshot. I'm gonna have to look into that later. God damn it. Every time there's something new to try to fix in Gungeon. Every time I think I'm done, it pulls me back in. Like, why is some of my backup shots small? Help me. Help me. Imagine if Gungeon had Emperor and you could just skip straight to bullet hell. I mean, there's teleport items. Admittedly, there's no teleport directly to the boss, but sometimes you can skip most of this floor if you get lucky. Give yourself a escape rope and just pray, or teleporter and just pray. It can never put you into a boss room, I don't think, but it can put you in the foyer. Reload! I just like the visuals. I just like the bullets. I like the stars. They're pretty. I like the pretty stars. They get so many stars. Actually, our damage. Oh, you know what? That's probably what's causing the backup shot to be a small star. I get a kill, which triggers the game to kind of like rebuild the backup shot, and as a result, I no longer have the charge on the backup shot. Yeah, yeah. So it's a metronome thing. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Hope I get him. Ah! I couldn't get around him! Guess I could have used a blank, I guess. Well, we're gonna run out of ammo soon anyways, so we're not really losing too much having to lose our metronome bonus. I'm not gonna drop it, just swap. I'll just swap. And we'll swap to the, it's not Star Pew or Hegemony. Big Iron's like at half ammo, Siren's at no ammo, that's at no ammo. I don't know, light gun? We do fire 2 ducks. The game gives you the blank to rub it in. You should have used a blank. Oh, I didn't even see you. Because he doesn't burn. We are gonna get another shambling round though. It would be nice if the game prioritized spawning these enemies when they're your hunting quest. But now we only have like what, 2? 2 left to go? Only 2 more? I can see it now. Congratulations, you've unlocked. I don't know, what's a bad unlock in hunting quests? I was gonna say like the Mauser gun, but even that's not that bad. It's stealth. Is this? I think this is the end. Even stealth is pretty good. Makeshift cannon. Yeah, it only has 1 bullet. This is a terrible gun. Ugh. What, you couldn't even be like freaking Mega Hand and have 200 shots? Ugh. This is not that good. Let's go to the Frost Giant. You know what? Now it's actually like kind of okay because there's a lot of stuff on the screen. What hunting quest are we on? We're still on shambling rounds. We have 2 more, I think. Anyways, TLDR, Abe doesn't like microtransactions and loot boxes and battle passes. Abe doesn't have enough free time to unlock things in his battle pass. A casual player might take 2 or 3 months to unlock everything in the battle pass. Oh, really? There's a reason why I'm not gonna be playing Hearthstone anytime soon. I'm so far out of the meta, it would take me like 100 years to get enough shard dust to buy all the cards or whatever it is. And if my collection isn't complete, well, it's not worth it, damn it. And last shot. And out of ammo. I gotta have gun and I gotta have gun and some ammo. I mean, it's Gungeon, you know. Don't think about it, it'll become true. Well, they're not homing. Aren't you ready to sacrifice months of your life for the sweet, sweet grind? Ah, yes. Because as we all know, Abe's time is worthless. If he keeps playing Gungeon, it is. Oh, you. We have fun here. Anyways, hey, Gungeon complete. Good run. Never really popped off with anything, but backup gun crescent crossbow is fine. I'll take it. And the game didn't crash or glitch out, which is a good sign for me. It's the first time I'm ever playing a run with the weird modding changes I'm making. Don't worry about what they actually are, I'll tell you all about it later. Essentially nothing changed except everything. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel, any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.